Hello everyone, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, the Slayer of Kings. Last time we found that Salzenmund was very heavily fortified to the point that I'm actually kind of leery of fighting it. Great swords are no joke, halberdiers can deal some damage, and handgunners will hurt. And while if it was just the garrison I'd be fine, they do have some support in the form of quite a few units of halberdiers who do have armor piercing. They'll get gutted by my Chosen, of course, but they can at least punch through the Chosen's 120 armor. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get knights! It's completely irrelevant to the actual force there. Completely irrelevant. But, you know what else it is? It's an objective for a quest. Or at least partly. Alright, the altar of spawn should be auto-resolvable into dust by Sigvald.
The spoilers come.
Honestly, if I didn't have him, my income would actually be positive. Once again, I've woken up the Aeslanes, made my bitches, and they're probably going to die horribly because the only thing up here supporting them is Sigvald, and is not even a full stack of literal trash. They're probably going to continue to try to bully my units with various hero actions. I don't expect too much success. Archaon is level 19, so that's going to screw up the AI significantly. Next level I get him is going to be Standard Eye, which is going to be very helpful because more melee defense. Melee defense. Shows in the stat lines. The reason I want knights is so that my tactic of ram the warhounds into their gate will become ram knights into their gate. Warhounds, have you seen, are not very good in a stand-up slugging match. Basically meant for hunting down harassment cavalry. Knights, on the other hand, with the speed buff from Archaon's The Swords of Chaos, or... Actually, no, the Swords of Chaos is the one that gives him a charge bonus. I don't remember the title of his one that gives him speed and weapon strength up for his Chaos Knights. But with that, the physical resist bonus of the Knights, and from, again, Archaon, and some stat ups, they're going to be very scary combatants. So, I'm going to be replacing the Warhounds, especially as the missile resist should still work with the physical resist. Like, if you shoot physical resist opposition, the opposition generally will still have the issue of, well, being shot with physical attacks. And an awkward way to put it. Now you have all the Dark Elves. One day, the Witch King's head will lie on the Slayer of Kings. Days later doing the thing, nobody cares. The Varg might do something I care about, if they move an army, I guess, maybe? No? Alright, goodbye. I'm making a slight amount of money. Palanquin of trophies, I guess I could save up for that, but what would be the point? I want the normal knights anyway because they're better in a straight up brawl, which is what I'm going to be using them for. They're also decently cheap, 165 each. Like, Warhounds are only a little under half that. I don't even have... I'm only taking a 15% off my Chaos Knights.
You dare. The Dark Prince wishes. Unleash chaos!
Fight odds? I'm gonna kick their shit in. I wouldn't agree. They could play amazing harassment against me, but I don't care. I'll take it, because I want these people dead. Let's think about... 7.4k X... Not XP. Money! Yum. Money. Give me money. Driven by lust or stylish? Driven by lust. Driven by lust. Reduced upkeep. Increased income. Sigvald is a very good money maker among the lords. Archaon is your big hammer. Kolek is your monstrous creatures. Oh, looks like I'm spending 2 turns recruiting Chaos Knights.
Not likely.
A Sally could be a problem then. I'd be down 2 cards. This could get interesting if they attack. Well, I kind of hope they attack then. I like interesting, you know? Supernatural Prowess is being worked on, and of the chosen buffs, it's probably the best one for me to grab. Slaves to Darkness would require me to recruit more troops. Penance of Chaos, leadership isn't that good. I mean, it's good, but it's not that good. And Demonic Armor will take forever. It's good, but it'll take forever. So actually, do any of these lesser things buff Chaos Knights? Slaves to Darkness does. Inscribed Chaos Armor buffs Chaos Knights with +5 melee defense. Ooh. Nice. More defense. Make them killier. It does require me to invest more in Riders of the Apocalypse. Ah, that's what it was. Knights the Herald. Makes Chaos Knights go fast. 66 speed at base can be buffed up quite significantly with 15% more. Easily enough, Dorgar does not count for this, and he's 66 speed at base, so if you have Archaon charging with his Knights like he does in the fluff, well, the fluff is kind of screwed because the Knights will actually go faster than the Ever-Chosen, despite Dorgar being one of the gifts of Chaos, which kind of amuses me. Unless, of course, they patched that out. Also, something has kicked the Empire's shit in. Holy hell, what is going on down there? I'm going to spend time recruiting the Chaos Knights and then hit Salzenmund. They've got a lot of halberdiers and a lot of troops, but a lot of their forces are spearmen and swordsmen. Versus Chosen, that's just not going to cut it. The halberdiers will be a problem, however, at the gate, especially if they put halberdiers against my Chaos Knights. Because they don't have a lot of the buffs for Chaos Knights running at all. And they're not quite as, I don't need buffs, I'm just that bullshit is Chosen arm. Granted, I could just throw the Ever-Chosen into a morass and laugh as he kills everything, but you know, just Hello to you too. Come on, game, do something interesting. You know, no game. Going through the turn is not interesting, I promise. Yeah. It's not going... You don't really have complex tactics as Chaos, not until you get monstrous creatures, and even then it's mostly just hammer them. Your infantry line is ridiculous as Chaos. You're basically playing aggressive dwarves.
The Eye of Sirion has already told me all.
How about you become my vassal, and I don't give you any money? No? Okay. Sigvald, I probably just want to move around and have recruit more troops. Worst possible timing. Holy shit.
Now. Never stop. The gods direct me.
Holy shit, that is just the worst timing. I don't have any better way to put that than literally the worst timing. Holy shit, that was just bad timing. No other words, no other description for it. That was awful. I can't take Salzenmund now. I need someone to buff and throw fireballs. So I'm going to have to head down south and try and catch them at Middenheim, which will have less of a garrison than Salzenmund. It means they don't have to fight 2 cards of greatswords, 2 cards of handgunners, 2 mortars, and 2 Empire Knights. Their leadership will be lower, and they won't have as good tower projectiles. But goddamn, that was just the worst timing. Irresistible force is not a good thing to roll on the tabletop, and it sure as hell was awful to fight here. Holy shit. I'm not sure there's words for how much that has just screwed my plans up. I was supposed to hit Salzenman. Now I'm going to have to hit a weaker target, like I'm a wimp. I mean, it's probably better strategically to hit Middenheim, but god damn it, I wanted to see if I could kill 2 stacks with 1. Chosen are that bullshit, after all. Just, gah. Gah, I say. Gah. Cult of Pleasure my ass. You're literally Slaneshi. Morath even spreads chaos corruption. It is kind of the most blatant hint I've ever seen that, yes, you idiots, it's Slanesh. You're a bunch of slaving rapist bastards. You're basically Slaneshi. Stop acting like you're not. Salzenman doesn't want to tangle with me, though, even though I'm down 3 cards. I can't blame them. Their main advantage here is the walls and the fact that I'd be forced to slowly trickle down. Letting me have the open field so I could use my full force instantly would be rather catastrophic for everything but the great swords and halberdiers. Especially as they'd have to deal with reinforcing army mechanics. Which can be useful for you, granted, as you can do things like sandwiching. I believe I did that in the Tomb Kings campaign at several points. Sandwich my opposition between 2 armies and hit them from both sides. Now, I think I'll have Sigvald march to the east so I can get Archaon, so I can at least try and get one of Archaon's unique items going. And of course, kill everything in my path, because come on. I'm the Ever-Chosen, it's kind of my thing, you know?
The storm of chaos gathers.
Now, is there an army at Middenheim? No, there's just the normal garrison. Heck, they even issues because they're not a tier 5. And you aren't a tier 5 either, but your garrison is much smaller and much less impressive.
There'll be a reckoning.
I think I'll force march them as well. Not quite to the point where they'll have issues if they manage to drag in another army, but this should be enough. Next turn, attack Middenheim, spend 1 turn building up. Turn after that. Let's get to killing, sweetheart.
A beautiful decision.
In camp.
Yes.
Keep saving for the Warriors of Chaos, because Warriors of Chaos are amazing. Get him 1 last unit of Marauders for the sake of basically throw more bodies at it. More bodies. An ancient tactic and a very efficient one. I'm going to keep this army at 1920 though, so that when my hero returns, he'll be able to just hop back right in. 4 turns. I can probably take Middenheim without my hero though. It does have a Grand Temple of the R. Ulrich as this unique, but it's at tier 5, so we don't need to worry about it. Now, I might displace Nordland from their, well, place. Like, they might move that army over to Middenheim with a forced march. However, if they mistime that, and if they do that, and they don't get into Middenheim with a forced march, I plan to attack them, as it will be easier to fight them outside the walls than inside the walls. I'll be able to test out my new Chaos Knights as well on the field much more effectively than I could with walls. Because cavalry in siege battles is complete trash. Like, I'm sorry if you're Bretonia, but you're trash in sieges. I'm sorry. I've never found a good use for cavalry in sieges. If anyone manages it, please tell me. I do like playing Bretonia, but there's sheer idiocy about how hard it is to siege things with them. Ugh. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Now we're getting to the elector camps. What are you going to do, Nordland? You're going to do nothing. You're going to abandon Middenheim to its fate in 2 turns. 1 turn to attack it and start the siege. Another turn to build a battering ram, so I technically have siege attacker. Oh hey! Morgur the Shadowgave showed up. I wonder if he'll last more than 20 turns. Beastmen, as you may have noticed, tend to get themselves killed horribly. They're a very hard faction to play. To the point that I actually don't want to play them. Because they're very difficult to play. It's very boring as well. Oh hey, the Varg got movement. Movement! Movement! I seem to have an army. I may need to camp out a bit. There also appears to be some rebels I can suppress. Temple of Skulls, +8. The holy number of the blood god himself. Itself might also be accurate. Gender for chaos gods is not known. They're beings of chaos. That's not the kind of thing that tends towards reliable definitions, you know?
It is decreed by me. Unleash chaos!
I can just build a unit of siege towers, which is actually better than a battering ram for me. Yeah, continue the siege. Now, I might find these guys force marching up behind me to try and take, and then the garrison at Middenheim sallying out, trying to pincer me.
Destroy!
But if that happens, I'm confident enough their army to be being mostly spearmen and swordsmen. Having very little of the units that actually let the Empire play with Chosen. I'm confident they're going to get their ass kicked. Reminds me. That's Forsaken Spawn and Trolls. Alright, so basically all the things I care about are on this side. Culling of the week, I'm going to be replacing the Marauder Horsemen. You know I'm going to be replacing them. I've said I'm going to be replacing them. Alright then, next turn we either have an easy fight at Middenheim, or we're going to have a great big fight, and Nordland's going to be clever and smart. If they're clever and smart, I'm going to be very happy, because that's going to be a good fight if they just try and ram an army up my ass. It's not going to be a full stack on a full stack, but yeah. It'll be the closest thing to an even fight that we've had so far. Since we, you know, upgraded from Marauders to Chaos Warriors, especially from Chaos Warriors to Chosen. Rawr. Yes, I know I get weird about this. But if you want to kill an elite army, throw Chosen at it. Great Weapon Chosen, just kill anything on the field. I'm not even joking. Throw a Great Weapon Chosen at pretty much any unit you care to name. They're dead. Like, I guess, like the really strong lords, like the Ever-Chosen himself, like the Thanes of, damn it, Thanes of Clan Angrand. Wow, they didn't attack, so this is going to be kind of a waste then. I'm just going to be able to wreck their cities and burn their homes and slaughter and rape their women, or rape and slaughter their women. Depends on what mood I'm feeling in. So, wow, guys. Way to be brave defenders. Keeping Sal Zenmund real safe there. Real safe. If Lamont Bloody Hand keeps moving towards me, I might just keep Sigvald encamped and try and have an ally fight with him, if that makes sense. Like, if he slams into me, or if the AI moves out to try and fight him, I'd probably move alongside. Hell, if a player was there instead of, you know, the AI. Oh, wow, the Age of Discovery.
Destroy!
Can I discover anything from the butcher? much money did I get off of these poor fool? 2,000, really? I get more than that from frickin' Norskins, you little shits. But you see why actual places are good. 19,000 money. Ah, siege expert. It's kind of funny how terrified of walls happens. Also, Archaon Brave needed this much to get Brave, really? At least Brave's good because he's on a horse. It's 2 more charge bonus and 2 more leadership. The next one is 2 more charge bonus and 2 more leadership as well for a pretty decent overall buff. And of course, I can level him up to 20. Which will let me get Standard Eye. Yum. I still need to wait for that sorcerer, though. God damn it. 2 turns. Right. The Eye of Shirian needs a character in the Gormandy Mountains. I can't do that. The Armor of Morkar needs Chaos Knights with Lances, which I can do next turn. I'll start moving toward the Brass Keep on the grounds of I can. Also, there's some fairly valuable cities close together over here that I can just smash into and bash into ash for a load of favor with the Dark Gods. And the Bearson Lanes camp thing is basically the same as the Eye of Shirian. Because this is the Maddening Mountains. I have no idea where they're inconsistent about the titling. Maybe at some point in development it was planned that they'd be different things, but they aren't different things now, so who gives a shit, eh?
Asinine mortal!
I suppose I am being one a bit, yes.
The spoilers come! That will incur my wrath!
Something gives... Ah, yes, he has the Supreme Vanity trait. What's that to spoiler? Oh, no, it's egomaniacal. It's egomaniacal. But hey, if I win, I'll get a load of cash. And he's a pretty strong duelist, so we'll be able to wreck this idiot. Because Marauder Chieftains are kind of bad, to be honest. Like, they're really not that good. Alright, then. Supernatural prowess in 5 turns. Part of me wants to head back up towards Salzenmund, but no, there's easier targets. They don't have an entire stack garrisoning them. I want to build up some massive war chests after all. I may not plan on raising the entire world for the Chaos Gods, because that takes frickin' forever as Chaos, especially in Mortal Empires with even more territory to burn to the ground. But, yeah. Oh! So that's why the Empire's getting shat on. The Vampire Counts are attacking. Okay, well, Wolfenburg just changed hands. We're gonna be fighting Zambambos! Zombimbos? Zombimbi? God damn it, Tiny Tina. Borderlands has ruined me. Whatever. We're going to go move in and smash things. If it lives or if it's dead, it doesn't really matter. I'll kill it anyway. It's in my path. Granted, there's precedent with Manfred von Karstein, the traitorous fuckhead, but... Manfred von Karstein, the traitorous fuckhead. The name should pretty much describe everything you need to know about him. If you've watched my Dwarf Let's Play, you'll know that I refer to him as Manling. Been playing as the Dawi. Kind of interesting how Chaos and Dawi could almost be considered black mirrors. Chaos is like no ranged troops, and the dwarves have no monstrous troops. Both of them rely on amazing heavy infantry lines, have pretty good artillery, have very strong melee lords. And, well, Chaos plays offensive and the Dwarves defensive, but, yeah. If they're allowed to build up, I will have a problem.
You dare move.
I dare a lot of things, Ever Chosen. Oh, the Brass Keep has an army in it. I might fight that thing. Armies are good for fighting. But you see why I want so much money. Look at that. That's 11,000 after discounts.
Absolutely not.
Oh my, Boris even has his Rune Fang. Mmm, tasty. Should also have, yes, he does in fact have Crush of the Weak. Quite a lot of units with very high veterancy. For this stage in the game, at least.
My adoring hordes agree. Ready. Wipe them out.
His troops are overall better quality than mine. Sigvald might be able to wreck him in close quarters, but... he gets the encamp that gives him melee defense up. Never mind. I could not win that. He'd outbrawl me.
I am Slanesh's scion.
Stay here. Let's see if I can get them to attack me. Actually...
I foresee destruction.
The Dark Prince wishes.
Alright. If I encamp here...
I will acquiesce.
And the AI attacks first, which it should... Then I'll be drawn into the fight with extra troops. I'll outnumber him significantly and should be able to whoop his ass. Next turn, if I can, I'll make it to the Brass Keep, but if not, I'll buy one unit of Chaos Knights with Lances and promptly dump them into the ground, because I don't want the Lance Chaos Knights, I want the normal Chaos Knights. They're better, in my opinion. Lance Chaos Knights have better shock, but normal Chaos Knights are better in general situations. And also, Hergig seems to have a garrison up somewhere. Where are you getting that garrison up, sir? Ah, the Wizard's Conclave gives a bright wizard. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Oh, why are the Shadow Gore here? Oh my, they have two Cygors. I don't want to tangle with them then. It's unlikely they will tangle with me, but... yeah. Looks like the undead had a breakout, honestly. Kind of rare. Usually I try and push along this direction, but up is a rare direction for the undead to go. I'm curious on why they're doing it. Oh, Talabheim has a massive garrison. Lovely. Oh well. Who gives a shit? Well, let's see if my little tactic up in the north will pay off and the Aeslanes will actually do what I told them to. If they do, then I will have a great big fight on my hands. With completely trash units. With enemy actually having higher quality units, but I'll have a Sigvald to throw at their lord. Sigvald is very good at wrecking lords. Sigvald is very, very good at wrecking lords, especially once he gets rolling. His magic items make him a very strong lord killer. Now, of course, you want to buff your army first, because you're frickin' chaos, and your army is kind of your life and blood, but, yeah. Of course, even before that, you want horde growth, because horde growth is abysmally slow. Whoever designed it and made it so horde growth was so utterly important and utterly slow needs to be shot. I can understand it as balance, but it is not fun. It is not fun. What you have to do to level up secondary hordes. It is just so excruciatingly boring. Inland's forces are no longer marching with exhaustion, but they're low quality enough I feel confident in my ability to turn them into a pile of chunky salsa anyway. I'll fight it though, because it's been a while since we fought the Empire. They do have a few tricks that might prove, if not dangerous, at least interesting to watch. And we haven't had a fight this episode at all, you know?
Catch me in a moment of less rage, creature.
Go to war. Like, really? They need an excuse to go to war? Go fight someone, you fuckers. You're chaos. Get some skulls for Korn. Some rape for Slanesh. Some rotten corpses for Nurgle. Some crystals or something. I don't know. Magical ass bullshit for Zenich. We don't talk about Malal. He's that weirdo in the corner who keeps gibbering about cutting himself. What? Okay, I'm going to fight this because I want these guys dead, and there's no way they can kill 2 stacks with 1 stack. Not with the Marauders and Sigval on the case. I just have too much of a numerical advantage to believe that the AI can win this. Dogs will actually lose pound for pound to Marauders. The Great Weapon Marauders might do something, and their greater veteranacy overall might do something, but sheer, unrelenting numbers. Hell, if I'd maxed out Stylish, I'd probably have just taken them straight on. Sigval, my tactics are going to be pretty simple. Let the AI army take the brunt of the damage, because they're going to be going in first, I believe. Then just drown. Then just take advantage of whatever positioning the enemy happens to have taken up to deal with that, and throw Sigvald at their lord. If their lord dies and they don't break, throw Sigvald at whatever happens to be closest. He's not very good against lots of opponents, but he can still kill things, you know? Not very good at something doesn't mean bad, it just means not very good.
Now is our time. If they close, kill them!
You've only got hand axes.
Do not scatter!
Interesting.
If they close, kill them! Do not scatter!
Sigvald, move up to the front.
Run, you dogs! Chaos Marauders! Quick! Awful fool! What's that?
Grease reinforcements there. Put a unit on this flank. Add this unit to this flank.
Danger! Direct us!
Chaos comes! Yes? What?
There are some units out in front.
Your will! Bring
This
us
flank
to
is a little weak.
carnage. Yes, Lord! Roar! Yes, Lord! Bring us
Is
to
it
carnage.
Orcs, Wa, not Chaos?
My God's gone! Faster!
No idea why Auto Resolve said I get whooped. No idea what the friendly AI is doing, though. I'm lost there.
Tremble, mortals! For the Blood God!
I'm gonna have to play very aggressive, aren't I? They don't seem to be running any of the tech buffs to the Marauders, but neither am I, to be honest, because tech buffs, Marauders, not really worth it. Like the one that makes your Marauders a little bit faster is worth it, but that's only because it buffs your horse dudes. It's not because it actually buffs your Marauders.
Moving! Charge! Chaos Marauders! Bring us to carnage! Yes? Quick! Quickly! Ah! Chaos Marauders! Roar! For the Blood God! Ah! Faster! Our blades hunger! Yes, Lord! The Dark Gods command me! My God's call! What do you
At this
hear?
point, it's basically just moving up in a great big wall of axes.
Chaos
There's very little to talk about.
Core demands. What?
Like, I don't really have any tactics for this section. I'm just advancing. Very long, very steady advance.
Chaos Marauders. Yes.
So he was actually decently quick. I'll note he's got 40 speed, which for a foot soldier is pretty good. Let's actually take a look at him and see if at this level of graphics he's got his little trick. There's a special reason that man has Strider. Do his feet look a little off the ground to you? A little strange?
We will return to Nazca with many trinkets.
Well, guess what? They're meant to. He floats off the ground, so he doesn't even dirty his feet.
No.
Why does he fight if he's not even willing to dirty his feet?
Yes.
Fuck you, that's why. And that might not even be a joke, depending on his mood.
Chaos Marauders.
Welcome to Chaos. Looking at it, I might want to send these guys out to here, honestly. Just use the main AI army as a center position and use the rest of my troops as flankers. I am sending a significant amount of them in just in the center, you know?
Chaos Marauders. Bring us to carnage. Guard up! Watch! Get them! Charge!
You know what? Just, where's their lord? Fine. Go find him. I'd swear they were marching faster than me, but no, apparently not. My Marauders seem to have better leadership. That's probably because Sigvald exists.
My God's call! Chaos Marauders! Mortal Fall! Charge!
Ah, they were trying for an envelopment too. Clever boys.
Chaos Marauders!
Sufficiently clever boys.
Begin the reaping!
Oh wait, that guy's already getting screwed up by Plague of Rust. Ah, I have a sporting Sorcerer Lord of Metal. He'd lose in a brawl with Lamont Bloody Hand, but Lamont Bloody Hand versus Sigvald. I have more weapon strength, I have more armor, and I have a better charge bonus.
All will be despoiled! Destroy them!
Problematic. I'm gonna have to push straight through.
Chaos Marauders! Your will! For the Blood God! What do you bid?
vaguely Russian accents of chaos amuse me at times.
Yes!
I can't help but think of them as Red Alert 3 Soviets. Conscript reporting.
Chaos Marauders! Charge
Again, the
them!
Kislevites are the not Russians of the setting. Even got Kossars.
Bring us to carnage! What? Immortal caress!
Wow, did you just punch through that unit with really no issues? Really?
Ah! No!
Not sure what to say about that, Siggy boy, except damn. Good job.
For the Blood God! Ravage them! Yes? Give us carnage!
Take advantage of my numbers! Get in
Bring us
flanking!
to carnage!
Come on, Sigmund, you've got amazing leadership on top of your everything else.
Chaos Marauders! Bye! The Dark Gods command me! Deliver slaughter!
Now is our time. Yes.
Sorcerer's Rain of Metal is a very nice thing to have, though. How many has that sorcerer killed? 12. He's probably wounded a lot more, so I'm not going to complain now.
We want their eyes! Your will! Mortal fool! Mortal fool!
They will succumb.
Mortal fool!
Oh dear, Sigmund is getting
All
wrecked.
will be hell!
Ah, it's because of the dogs. Sigmund's main issue is that it doesn't really deal much splash damage, so he's not very good at killing massive amounts of units like other lords can be.
Yes! The Dark Gods command me! Chaos Marauders!
Well, if he gets to cheat, I get to cheat. Move in.
Yes! Get them! They will succumb!
I wouldn't think +5 melee defense would make such a difference as it is, though. They've killed a lot more of my troops than I have of theirs. Sigmund's not doing so hot either, actually. Their Sorcerer Lord ain't doing too bad, though. Scary blackguard. Supporting AI seems to have their troops retreating on this flank.
So be it.
I'll charge these guys rear with this unit. Actually, no.
Mortal fool.
Just sandwich these guys. They're nearly dead anyway.
Yes!
You guys move to there.
Our blades hunger! Chaos Marauders!
Change directions. That's probably quicker. All right. I'll lose most of my marauders from this probably, but I'm not worried about Sigvald. The Bloody Hand is actually pretty good at this shit. He's got his own little pack of dogs to screw with me. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. I still having a major victory at some point. Ah, it's this unit that I'm just crushing to bits. Sigvald's about half dead. I might want to divert this force from flanking into charging.
For chaos!
I can afford to lose troops. I can't afford to lose a Sigvald. Losing Sigvald would be very bad for my plans.
By God's call! Chaos Marauders!
Slow. Oh, that was a very useful Metal Rain ability. It's called Metal Rain? Searing Dew. Okay, I just call it Metal Rain because it rains metal. I know that's a bit simplistic, but
That's monster speed.
after a certain point, simplistic is just the best idea, you know?
What do you bid?
Yes, Lord! The gods demand it!
Plow into the back of
Kill
these
them all!
units! Start rolling up this flank! That is what the gods demand, for I'm your god. Or at least the closest thing you're going to find for a while. Fuck, they're using their warhounds to tie me down. So I might not be able to pull Sigvald out of this. They be smart about it. Damn it, fine. Kill the warhounds
Attack
quickly.
the mortals!
Mortal fool! My gods call!
Yes, Lord! Kill the Southerners!
They're not Southerners, they're fellow Northerners, but you don't really care, do you? You're just here for the murder.
Mortal fool!
I know how chaos works. You're just here for killing. Now we get to the we are enveloping them stage of murder all the things. So it looks like this unit is going to come in and help Sigvald wreck the Bloody Hand. But the Bloody Hand has gained a massive advantage of that little dog attack.
Chaos Marauders!
Sorcerer Lord is not doing too bad. Enemy melee defense is counting for a lot, but kill counts are about equalized and they're beginning to have major routes. I'm losing troops faster than they are, but I have more troops to lose. And ultimately, that's a game that I can play a lot better than I can. I have so many replenishment checks, it ain't even funny. It's hilarious!
So be it!
We're pushing in.
Kill them!
I probably need 3 cards for this, the rest can push in on this flank.
Yes! No! Quick!
You're not doing anything, apparently. No, you're fighting enemies that are routing.
Give
Alright.
us carnage!
Sigvald is going to have some issues after this fight. Like, more than is Sigvald the Magnificent, which is kind of an issue all on its own, you know? Okay, yeah, they're suffering mass routes.
Sigvald the Magnificent!
Yeah. I probably should have given him some statistical buffs so he can fight Marauder Chieftains and win. I did not expect the AI to cheat like they did. Of course I'm shooting back, but... army losses have broken him. Yep. Complete victory. Ran them over. Very low losses on my end. I should be able to chase them down and butcher them all. I'll put a point into Stylish, because Stylish will make my whole army stronger, meaning brawls like that will be more in my favor. You can see how the extra melee defense helped, though. They were definitely wrecking any troops they came up against in pure numbers. Problem is, I didn't have them in pure numbers, I had significantly superior numbers. I have over twice what they do remaining, and they had about numerical parity with me when they started. Of course, the AI lost a bunch. Newt Diovig. I would say I respect your sacrifice, but I don't, because I'm Chaos! Your troops are weak, so a lot of them died. My troops were weak, and a lot of them died, but I don't care either, because they're expendable! Well, granted they lack the expendable special rule, but, eh. It'd be kind of cool if all of Chaos didn't really give a shit if the other Chaos dudes were dying. Man, like 1,000 money, really? Fine. Slave the captives. Need some replenishment. Alright, that was quite the butchering. Ivar Stigson. Newt, can you take this guy? No, you can't, but the Varg are probably going to move on the Conclave and run into the issue of Sigvald. Oh ha, they couldn't get there in time. They're fucked. Surtha boy, Oh, it's another major fight. This one I should be able to auto-resolve? Yeah, it says I can auto-resolve it. Let's go. Pyrrhic victory. I don't care, I didn't lose anything important. Oh! And the anti-chaos trait has been obtained by Sigvald the Magnificent. Ah, we can get Sliver Slash. Prince Sigvald is in search of a new diversion. The sign of Celeste was ever one to satisfy a dark desire. Be it carnal, the casual murder of the ugly or irritating, the eradication of whole cities on a whim, or even the sweet savor of flesh. But for every new height of cruel depravity he conquers, there are always greater peaks to be scaled. Jaded in the extreme, Sigvald has decided to allow his caprice free reign amongst his supposed allies. First, all must be compelled to admire Celeste's favored son, however unwillingly. Oh hey, Tamar's back! And he leveled up! Apparently dying levels you up. Good to know. Yes, I know, that's not how it works. Manticore, though. That's gonna help. Getting him on a horse will also help. There's actually not quite enough time in this episode for another battle. I'm sad about that. Stylish or driven by lust? Stylish or driven by lust? Driven by lust. For now. And get me more Marauders. Massive infantry lines haven't failed me before. They'll probably fail me again, but I don't care. They can die. Alright, can I get to the Brass Keep in time? If so, we're going to end the episode off there.
Hail the slaughterer!
We've got a full stack of troop. Okay, we're ending the turn instead. Got it. Alright, what do I want next? Dragon Ogre, so I can get the Shaggus and I can get Kolek. Kolek is going to be amazing. Also, I really wouldn't say the Giants camp is worth it. Giants, I don't really consider them worth it in comparison to Shaggus. Because, let me look at you. They've got more attack and more AP damage, but Shaggus have better charge bonus, are anti-large, are better on the defense, have significantly better armor, and are very quick. 76 speed is no joke. Like, Chaos Knights and Lances are 66 speed. I can actually chase down Chaos Knights with a Shaggoth. I can chase them down with a Shaggoth. The Sword of Strife is going to make fighting battles with Sigvald way easier, though. It gives him a weight against the enemy. The Ace Lane's only big for staying around long enough to actually save their asses. Oh well. At least fighting with Sigvald should be easy. As I march to the east and try and get a unit to the Gormandy Mountains and to the Barrisonlands camp, which are the exact same location, because game is silly. And next turn I'll be able to get Sigvald starting on Chaos Warriors. Chaos Warriors. They'll probably be cheaper than Archaons too. At least in the end, because driven by lust. Ah, Sigvald, 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 Sigvald. You're a perverted fuck who's actually monstrous, but at least you're entertaining to talk about. Manfred von Karstein's advance seems almost unstoppable. I'm probably going to need to fight the Vampire Counts back. In fact, I should fight the Vampire Counts. Manfred may be a terrible king, but he is a king. And he'll give me a trade if I beat him up. What else is he for, after all, but beating up? Because trust me, it sure as hell ain't making friends with. Do not try an ally with Manfred. He will stab you in the ass when the AI thinks it's prudent. Or he'll just stab you in the ass when it's not prudent, but the AI decides he should stab you in the ass anyway. Which is very Manfred, getting screwed over by stabbing someone in the back at the exact wrong time. Right, Glotkin? Right? If you want to look that up, Glottkin. Glotkin. Yeah. But next time we have a big fight at the Brass Keep. And it won't actually be much of a fight, but it will let me show off how far we've come. From when swordsmen were a problem to, well, now. Sigvald may still be an early game yet, but yeah. Van Mulder just declared war on pretty much the entirety of the elector counts. Okay. Will the Varg try anything? Actually, I should see if I can get the Varg to be my bitches. Because I've awoken enough things that I could probably... that I have Sigvald, so I might be able to tell the Varg...
You seek a pact with Norscan tribes?
Bend over.
Then you are either fool or coward. Either way, I shall not in my name. Are you a god? Speak, you craven cur, and pray to whatever thing...
I call the same gods as you, sir. And you will burn for desecrating their names.
The Dark Prince wishes. Bring my mirror shield.
His mirror shield
Onward
in the
to
fluff really is a
destruction.
mirror. And on higher graphic settings, you can actually see this.
I will acquiesce.
So, next time, we've got a fight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an actual possible fight against actual troops that aren't the Norse. Been a long time since we had that. Or at least it feels like a long time. Really, it hasn't been all that long. But yeah. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, or unit names, please leave them in the comment section below. And for now, goodbye.